families to make sure they can be taken care of. On the flip side of that, there are foster carers all around New South Wales, all around Australia, which open their homes to kids in danger. And there's been some changes lately. The Wood inquiry into child protection in New South Wales listened to some concerns about the child protection system, including some of the issues which were raised by foster carers. And one of the main recommendations of the Wood inquiry was that non-government agencies should provide out-of-home care instead of the government Community Services Department. Now, foster parents have a number of years to choose the NGO, the non-government organisation that they'd like to work with. Leah Warner's recently made the change, and she's chosen to work with the William Campbell Foundation. And Leah Warner joins us now here at 97.3 ABC Illawarra. G'day, Leah, how are you going?
Good morning, Nick. How are you?
How long have you been fostering?
We've been fostering for over 13 years now, and it's been a great journey.
And has it always been through what they used to call DOCS or family services?
No, we actually started out as respite carers with Barnardo's at Warrawong, and a need arose where we wanted to be long-term carers. We needed to transition back over to what was then DOCS.
Okay, so you started as with Barnardo's. Why did you have to transition over to DOCS a while ago? At
that stage, when we decided to do long-term carers, which was with the children that are now in our home, Barnardo's and Find a Family had a policy where the children, if they were under 2 years of age, actually went back to DOCS for allocation there. So to have these children stay long-term in our home, that was the deal, that we had to go back with them. That was the policy at the time.
Okay. But the policy has changed. Do you think it's an improvement?
Oh, definitely. And look, we've seen it as a positive move, and, for us, we were, just due to the priority of our case, we were an unallocated case, so we had no caseworker. We didn't, have someone that we could contact on a personal basis. There was always the duty officer, but for us, transitioning to an NGO was a really positive move. Okay,
so it seems like DOCS may very well get notified of a child in danger, and they do an assessment, and then they say to whoever it turns out to be, Barnardo's, Vinnie's, William Campbell Foundation, we found a child, please find them somewhere. Is that the way it works now?
That's my understanding. I mean, I think they'll always have some control as far as, the real crisis cases, but there's just, so many children that have got great secure homes. They're in long-term, orders and with long-term carers, that it's not in the children's benefit to be, staying with now facts, that the NGOs can actually resource them a lot better and help them with that transition.
Yeah, I mean, even in this business I deal with government departments all the time, it does get confusing. We call it the old DOCS, the same as we call the RTA, but it's Roads and Maritime Services. It's Family and Community Services, FACS is what you're talking about. Is that
correct.
Right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, well, let's just get our terms right.
I know, I get confused too, don't worry.
I mean, you're in the business,
Yep.
Leah. So you chose the William Campbell Foundation. Why was that?
Well, we've actually known Bill Campbell through other people that we know. So we knew of his journey to provide foster care and his journey to, get accredited and to form the foundation that is, what it is today.
Can you tell me a bit about that journey?
Well, Bill was actually in foster care himself, so he has obviously a very different journey to what foster children have today. And I think for him, he wanted to create a stable environment, not this chopping and changing all the time of children being moved from pillar to post. So, he really, I think, if you want to talk to someone who's walked the walk, that's someone who knows what they're talking about and wants to strive to create an environment where children are priority ones. So I think that for us, and seeing that journey through other people, telling us that story, and I think that's, obviously for us, we're like, oh, yep, okay, yeah, that would be great to go to an organisation who we know, they know, what the best interest of the child's are. So, so that's the way it's come about. And, there's plenty of other great NGOs out there. That's just our choice, and we were happy to be able to choose.
So what's your long-term plan, Leah? Are you likely to be having 1 or 2 kids for long-term care at your place?
That's right. So we have 2 in our care, and they've been with us for, nearly 9 years now. So that's our plan. They are part of our family. They have they have court orders until they're 18, and they really have integrated into our family, obviously, for that length of time. And, we call them family, that's for sure.
And will you have more, do you think? Do William Campbell call you up and say, I've got another one, I know you've got a spare bedroom?
Look, never say never. I mean, when we started out, we started out as respite carers, and long-term was never our plan,
And what changed your mind?
I think because... they're human beings. And once you form relationships and bonds with children, you just fall in love with them. And obviously if you're in a respite or a crisis, you have a very different mindset. You still, it's kind of an auntie, I guess, type of mindset that, you know that they're going back home, or that they're moving on somewhere permanently. But the long term is, for us, that's how it came about, is that we were actually doing respite for the children that are now with us. So we actually formed a relationship before the need arose for them to go long term. So, you fall in love with children, and you don't want them to go anywhere else. You want them to stay with you. So it's about forming that bond and that relationship. So that's kind of that's kind of how it evolved. But it was never, certainly 13 years ago, if someone had said to me, oh yes, you'll be doing long term, I would have said, oh no, that's not the plan. Life happens.
Would you recommend it as an experience, experience sounds too light. It's, as a path for people with a stable home?
That's right. I think people who have a stable home, and so many do, and so I think people have got so much to offer. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that it's, easy, but I think anything in life that has great satisfaction is never easy, and that's where you get achievement, is through the struggles and through baby steps, I guess. When you see children thriving and building resilience and able to grow and develop in those ways, and they're things that are you can't really put an amount on. You can't anticipate. They're just things that happen, and I call them the icing on the cake, so to speak. Yeah.
It's been great to talk to you. Thank you very much, Leah, and all the best with the new shape of things.
No problems. Thanks very much for your time, Nick.
See you later.
See you.
Leah Warner, who's a foster carer now with the William Campbell Foundation. Of course, there are many others, including Bernardo's and various others who all do excellent work around Australia. 11 to 10, 97.3, ABC Illawarra.